So I'm just going to, for a few minutes, tell you about my doctoral dissertation, which is a long time ago, I have to say, but hopefully, excuse me, is still quite relevant. I was sort of looking at a sample of South Asian and white British, very broadly speaking, clinicians and families. And really, it was this quotation by Pierre Bourdieu, the French philosopher, that made me think about constructions of the family. And he talks about how when we use the word family, we're making both a description and a prescription. What he meant is that for us as professionals, we might have one definition of family, but when we're working with clients, they might be coming from another idea of what family means. But because we're the professionals and we have the power, we might actually be in danger of imposing our definition of families on our clients. And actually, to kind of explore this idea, I used a qualitative research method on South Asian and white British clinicians and families. And I found that actually the South Asian families in the sample did construct the family as much wider. It was usually grandparents, cousins, biological family, but just much wider, a sort of kinship group, the sort of chosen family or tribe, as some people mentioned in their chat. And the white British families had a slightly narrower definition of family. It was usually quite nuclear, if you like, sort of parents, immediate family. But the interesting thing, the interesting finding was that all the clinicians in the sample, whether they were South Asian or white British, whether they were working cross-culturally or interculturally, or with clients from a similar background, they all privileged the idea of the family as a two-generation, two-parent, biological intact unit. So I know my research was done quite a while ago, and hopefully things have shifted in that time. But I guess it kind of raises questions of why it is that we still sort of draw on these ideas of family. And one possible idea or hypothesis might be because our models of training as professionals are still based on sort of Western ideas of the family and don't incorporate being able to think more widely about what the family could mean. So, please do feel free to comment later on this. And as I said, I just hope it has shifted in the last 12, no, maybe 15 years since I collected this data. But actually, when I work with professionals, I can see that they still, many of them still do think of the family or could be thinking of the family in narrower terms.